Hey everyone, I'm Ian Douglas, the author of the website techinterview.guide. I do live streams every Sunday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern about topics relevant to interview preparation for the tech industry. I occasionally record longer Q&A sessions, and I've started to break those into smaller videos to post. And there'll be information at the end of this video about how to get in contact with me if you have additional questions. Let's get to it. On the list, if software engineers can spend months and months preparing for technical interviews, why can't companies spend 5 minutes simply stating the clear reasons why the candidate was rejected so they can improve their preparation for future interviews? This is a fantastic question. I wish more companies were willing to give feedback. It's really disappointing as a candidate that you apply for a job and you go through some amount of the process and then never hear back why you didn't progress forward. It's one thing, and I've addressed this on the stream a bunch of times, it's one thing to apply and never get a call. It's another thing to apply and start to get into phone calls and start to work through the progress of what that company's technical interview process is and then not get a phone call back or say why you're not moving forward. It's super disappointing. And unfortunately, there's no good reason why companies can't give feedback. A lot of companies are very afraid that they're going to get sued. We've talked about that on the stream in the past. Aileen Lerner from interviewing.io has done some research with her team, and they said nobody in recent history has been sued because they gave feedback. It might have happened like a decade ago, and that kind of got everybody scared. But it's not something generally that happens. And so companies shouldn't be afraid of giving feedback. And I think that the person that asked this question is dead on. If we're spending months and months preparing to do these interviews, why can't a company spend 5 minutes to say, hey, thanks for applying, thanks for going through the process, this is why things didn't work out, better luck next time. Because it is a business decision. It's not a personal reason why they rejected you. They're trying to make a business decision over whether they think you're going to be a good hire for that role at that time. And their decision is like, nope, you didn't make it for whatever reason, but they should give you that reason. It's silly that people don't give those reasons. And it's super disappointing as a candidate. So I'm a firm believer that companies absolutely should take some time. If you have at least started a candidate through the process, you owe it to them to give them some amount of feedback to say, yes, this is why you didn't progress, or here's what you could do better, or this is just some general feedback. Maybe it's not something that they could have particularly done better. It's just someone was better than you. That's not necessarily helpful feedback either as a candidate, but by knowing, someone had a little more experience in this particular area, now it's like, okay, well, if I want to reapply for that job in 6 months, I know that over the next 6 months, I need to up my game in that particular area as well, if you still want to work at that company. The other kind of interesting thing is a lot of companies are like, well, we're not going to progress through the process now, but if you want to reapply in 3 months or 6 months, well, if you're actively applying for a lot of jobs, you're probably going to start another job. I'm very unlikely to reapply for that job in 6 more months unless it's been 6 months and I still haven't found a job. But I mean, hopefully, through resources that we all share on the internet and the work that I do on this podcast and other people do on their streams and podcasts and so on, hopefully it's not taking you 6 months to get that job. Like, we're all here to help you. So lean on us, ask us questions. We want to help you get that job. But for a company to come back and say, well, just reapply in 6 months, well, I'm probably going to be employed somewhere else. I'm probably not going to be reapplying in 6 months. Like, I might reapply in a year or two or a year and a half or something like that, but probably not in a short amount of time. So, hey, thanks for watching. I love helping people out with interview prep, and I hope this video helped you in some way. If you found this Q&A useful, please consider subscribing. You can follow me on Twitch as well for the live stream twice a week. Check out techinterview.guide/streaming for more information. I also have a daily email series that you can subscribe to on the website. There are never any ads, and when you finish the series, I scrub your information out of my database permanently. Finally, if you have a question that you'd like answered on the stream, you can find my contact info on techinterview.guide. I prefer LinkedIn or email. If you leave your question in a YouTube comment, it might take me longer to find it, but I'll see you next time.